Hello, YouTube. We had a power outage recently, and for about a day, and just really haven't gotten around to making videos. But there's this thing. I've got a lot to talk about now. So let me get on to this. The main thing I want to talk about is it's gonna be like that thing where basically what I'm trying to get at is like I've been thinking about like my iPhone, my iPad, and my Apple Watch and my PlayStation and all that, and how with the emergence of the end of physical disc, how there's the possibility that they might do all together with consoles all together, and I mean I have a PC, but I'm not really able to game on it. But what I'm trying to get at is Apple might become an alternative because they do make some pretty good iPhone and iPad apps. They're games, and they don't have the best graphics. They do pretty good graphics for the size of the chip. And I was just thinking about that, like, what if their laptops or their computers could do that too at a bigger scale? Because Apple is becoming increasingly more popular. They keep on making the right bets. They don't have to deal with the end of physical disc. They did that a long time ago. Nobody really cared. They just keep on growing and growing as a company. I mean, their products really didn't need a disc in the first place. But what I'm trying to get at is that's kind of weird. I have that poster up, but it's not completely on. But I mean, I'm thinking about the Apple products are becoming more ubiquitous, and Microsoft's getting burned for their prices, and like I don't know. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of more mobile or people going to alternatives like Android and iOS or Mac OS or Linux or something like that. Windows maybe. It's the Xbox. And I don't even know if the Xbox Helix can even really replace a true gaming PC, even if it was cheaper for the part by part. You know, the next gen Xbox. But I'm just thinking about all the alternatives that they could have done. If people really were to complain about the end of disc or Microsoft costing way too much with their Xbox. And I think the PC is kind of like losing its luster to the traditional PC, as in Windows, not Mac OS. And I've tried Linux before. I've tried Mac OS. I've tried Windows. I currently have a Windows. That's it. I can get Linux if I want to. But I prefer Mac and all that other stuff, Apple, because most of the games I want to play are on there, like League of Legends and Fortnite. I think it's Fortnite, yeah. I think Fortnite's on there. And I'm just gonna say, to me, it sounds really, really, really obvious that they're gonna have a competitor to Sony and Microsoft, even Nintendo, because Nintendo ain't really gonna do all that well. They got off to a head start, but the Nintendo Switch 2 ain't gonna be everything that they thought it was. I think they're gonna have quite a few gems, but it's eventually gonna kick out, in my opinion. I might eventually get one, who knows? But I just love the idea of an Apple gaming system or Apple computer that can play all the games that you could ever want. And since Apple's gaining more market share, I asked Siri about this, Siri AI. And yeah, they basically just said, like, their market share is going through the roof on everything. They're making tons of money. Then they'll just reinvest that back into, like, all kinds of projects, which means video games eventually. Hopefully. And that'll mean one more competitor. So I don't think there has to be so much to worry about antitrust with PlayStation Store. But I couldn't get to sleep tonight, so I just made a video. Sometimes I just got restless nights. Yeah, it happens. But my whole idea behind this video is to think about what are the alternatives? Like Linux, probably not. They don't have the money back in it. Steam OS, possibility. But Mac OS, the only problem with that is their machines have a really steep price. That's all I can say. I mean, I know that's true. Starting point for most of the products. But you can always somehow get an Apple product if you're really willing to save. But no matter how poor you are. But The decent ones, like the really nice ones especially, that's a different story. Like the really good ones, really good ones, like the Mac Studio or the big displays or whatever. Or whatever they do, the Uber storage and all that other stuff. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna stick for most people. But Windows, they got comparable prices. They'll do the same thing to you. It's just at a little bit lower of a scale. I mean, I was looking at GPUs just today. Those things cost quite a bit. And I will say that it is one hell of a thought to think of what's coming next. Because the whole gaming industry as a whole will still be around no matter what, I think. But I think it's going to make a big change here soon. Sony, PlayStation will probably still be around as we know it. I think they'll make a lot of profits from their physical disc going away. Of course. Xbox, I think most likely, if you were to make a logical percentage, like 60 to 40%, 60% chance they're not gonna make it this time. And Nintendo, they're gonna make a new one, learn from their old mistakes, and like Microsoft before, probably they're just gonna suspend it off from Microsoft. So I'm just really not sure what to say. Like, Sony will be really the only one that stays around as we know it. Stays on a steady path. Been doing the same thing for every single time. At least at all. Even like the slither of a bit. But as far as computing goes, like, I don't know, mobile will start taking off a little bit more because why not? If it's downloadable, like, just download it on your phone for free, who knows? But I think what I'm really trying to get at is that it just won't be the same. It's not it's not the president's fault, like Donald Trump or Nvidia's fault or anybody. It's just a bunch of different people trying to make money. Didn't know what to do. I hate putting disc in and out of my console all the time, so like I can see how they would make it convenient by not making disc anymore. But that might offend some people. go ahead and check what time it is. Okay, so 1 o'clock. Just got to 1 o'clock. Let me go ahead and keep on making this video. I got plenty of input, don't worry about it. So I think the PlayStation 6 won't be like immediately adopted unless you bought the OG when it was new. And the only people who will really get the PlayStation 6 that were OG is like the people who were open-minded to the no disc, digital only, discless. Now, have I seen stuff go away on of games I had that were or content? Yes, I have. I've had tens of thousands of dollars of content go away. Music, actually. That's what I was actually referring to on iTunes and stuff like that, you know. Like over $10,000 worth of iTunes music just disappeared because I wasn't on there for a while. Didn't have access to my iTunes. But, yeah, I'll never get that back. And, you know, with subscriptions, you don't really gotta worry about, like, Spotify, Apple Music, but still. It's nice to have the iTunes music be able to download. They do get rid of that stuff. They delete accounts. They'll get rid of part of it, like they'll just get rid of your purchases. I mean, since you lose emails over time, like your emails get locked out from, you lose your passwords, blah, blah, blah. I mean, you just lose everything. I mean, once you do that, like, that's why you should have this. That's why most people probably think like this is like they want to be able to actually keep track of it physically. In my opinion, that's why I got the disk drive. I didn't want to lose all my stuff once I lost the physical copy retains it without having a key to it, a digital key. So I'm not doing too well, like happy with that, but you know. And I had a Xbox One that I bought a bunch of digital games for. I don't think I'll ever get back on that account. It's been, who knows how long since I've gone on that Xbox One. The games are useless. I don't have the Xbox account anymore. Never logged in. Yep, I bought like 50, 60 games for it. I had like two 512 gigabyte drives. I had like 1.5 terabyte worth of games. So I know where you guys are coming from. If you have the point of view that it sucks to lose your games over digital copies. That's why I got the disc modeled the PlayStation 5. When I had the choice to get the digital. But I bought a lot of game cards. Because I didn't learn my lesson. But, you know. And those game cards get you in a lot of trouble because the digital purchases can go away at flick of a second. As soon as your account goes away. Or, you don't log in, they take it away or something. Like I said, it's just how it works. I don't know what happens if Grand Theft Auto 6 gets delayed again and I pre-purchase it. Do I still get to get at the price I got it for? Would they release a bigger edition in the meantime? Do I have to upgrade my Ultimate Edition? Hopefully they set in stone. You know what I'm saying? But that stuff just sucks so much when they do that. Just checking the time. Making sure I got the right time. So yeah, I'm like quote unquote living inside even though I'm a young fella, I'm quote unquote living inside of a retirement home / senior home, citizen home, because I have schizophrenia. But it doesn't really cloud my judgment anymore. It doesn't really cloud my judgment, if you get what I mean. I'm being treated, But that's why I keep on checking time. I don't want them to come in and interrupt this video. I'm trying to work for a living. And there's very few options for me to actually work right now. I'm about halfway through my life. And I'm in a group home. I just want to get off of all that, Be independent. If I have to, take the meds on my own. But that's just another story. But what I'm trying to get onto with this game stuff, shit happens. And I have a roommate, and that's why you hear breathing. What is it called? Snoring. Yeah. It's the best time to do it, and it's still not the really good time to make a video. But yeah, I just really want to say what makes sense to me is like finding alternatives. If you have to, stick to things that already work and have been working. But that's just what happens. I don't have a sleep schedule like I have to abide by, but as long as I do what I have to do during the day. But I could just keep going back to bed during the day. But I typically just sleep during the night. But I want to know what your guys' opinions are too. I mean, would you stay with Sony and PlayStation if they got rid of all the discs for PlayStation? I mean, I really want to know. Because they really have to be like really, really on the deep end. Because I bet you they pissed off a lot of people, but then nobody really cared afterwards. But that's how they make their money. With the disc-less future. I mean, it's already set in stone, that part, because there's nowhere to make them anymore. They got rid of their factories. But I wish I could say that they did actually have somewhere to make the disc. But if they got rid of the places and took it to somebody else and had them do something else with it, that land is being used for something else. Those factories. That's what I heard. That's why my researchers told me that there's no chance the physical disc will ever come back once they're gone. They're contractually bound. And they have just like gone nuts. I mean, like literally nuts, but so much greatness has come out of PlayStation, so I guess, they'll overlook it for a long time after this. Well, part of the reason why I made this video with my face in it, it just makes sense. Because I heard this thing that if you don't actually include yourself in the video, then they'll just ban you from YouTube. And so I'm just posting videos of myself from now on as much as possible. I'm probably going to make a short just to see how many people watch it after this too. But yeah, they're gonna make a ton of money. Sony's gonna make a ton of money. And that's why I think about that digital, the disc, the digital or whatever, with the Xbox. I think it's nice, but it's not the best business decision. Sounds like people pleasing. But it could work out for them. It might get some customers back. Some loyal customers. I like it like this. But if anything, I can always pause the video if somebody comes in. Let me see what time it is. When I'm making the video, 1:15. So I got plenty of time. And so one other personal thing. I'm an ENTJ on the Myers-Briggs. Now, what that means is that I enjoy taking charge. And I feel comfortable with taking calculated risks and stuff like that. And what else? Can be direct or frank or straightforward, like not tactful. And it stands for extrovert, intuitive thinking, judging. It's the most, from what I keep on hearing, the most awful type. But among many other things, it's the CEO in blah blah blah. But what I like about it is being smart, but also like talking to people, which is really, really cool. Not just being smart, but being extroverted. Having all the traits that go along with being smart, but being sociable. And that's really how I think about it. And they tend to have more strength than they do have brains, but that's part of the leadership, I guess, from what I understand. But I feel like I love video games as an ENTJ, so whatever my MBTI and Myers-Briggs or whatever, it works out. And I'm starting to get a little stuffy, but I'm gonna keep on going. But so this is what I'm thinking. Where else would it take me other than with that personality or the superstardom? But, we can hope. And, well, let me get back to some more serious matters. Well, my thoughts are on this. See, I'm thinking the business side of things because my personality. And I think because Nintendo is DOA. Xbox hasn't been doing too well. PlayStation's about to go through a very risky phase that could work out really well for them, no matter how you put it. But ultimately will do pretty well no matter how you put it. At least on their bottom line. And I would think that I don't think we're gonna see a new console come out, but at least not a successful one. But there's at least gonna be some kind of alternative. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Because from what I'm seeing, there is really no way there could be a new console unless something really just comes out of nowhere. We already got 3 of them. Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation. So, that's what I think. And, I don't really have any major predictions of new console race other than the one that's already going to happen. I mean, they're making new handhelds, that's all I know. But those are based off of computers, or is the Switch 2? Which the Switch 2 is kind of like a Switch 1 ripoff, in my opinion. So, what I'm going to say is PS5 generation hasn't done too well, in my opinion. It's been a lot of rehashed games, but I've enjoyed it quite a bit. What I have of it. Ironically. But, there's been good times, there'll be times I just don't really feel like playing. But, yeah. So let me go ahead and get this started back up. Yeah, I'm gonna make this video really, really long. This is part 2 of the same video. What I was going on about before was how basically I had some good times on my PlayStation 5, but then there's been times where I just can't play. But I'm trying to work my way back into the mood to play again, because there's been some really good games I've been wanting to play. Persona 5, playing Tales of, Elden Ring, Grand Theft Auto 6, that Final Fantasy game or whatever, the online or offline one, whichever one I get around to. I don't know if I ever told you guys, but I made a Japanese PSN recently. I've been trying to play the online Final Fantasy. But it's kind of different being on the Japanese servers. It's very different. Very, very, very different. So what am I getting at? Well, what this is supposed to really get to is like this. PS5 definitely won. Switch, I don't care how many units it sold. It's not as good as the PS5. You know, it launched around the same time. Because it don't have nowhere to get near as good graphics. I mean, there was definitely good games for it, but other than that, I don't really feel that good about it. But you might have a different opinion. So what makes me really happy is knowing that I got people in my life that are willing to listen, and I can listen to too. So like I always say, you know, whatever you guys gotta say, feel free to say it. That's just one thing. It's kind of like a advertisement to comment, but you know, probably like only halfway through the video right now, because I plan on making a really long video. And I'm gonna just like this for a while. I'm gonna walk while I'm making this video. So how does it make sense to you if I show you videos in Japanese of video games being played completely in Japanese? That'd be kind of funny, right? Or like some other foreign language. I don't know how anybody would really feel about that. That'd been my YouTube quite divided over time. Like one day English, one day German, one day Japanese. But, you know, anything can work out. Creativity works in all sorts of ways. I'm just collecting my thoughts. But yeah, I'm trying to become multilingual. That's why I mentioned that. It's part of that. What I get at with this is I'm trying to learn Japanese. And first, before anything else, you know, Chinese is a completely different language. I didn't know if you guys knew that. But it's still based on each other at the same time. I didn't even know that at all. So I started studying Japanese. They borrow from each other, especially the numbers. The numbers are from the same language on each. That's why I ended up finding out. Now, do I know how to count in Japanese? I know how to count to 10. But I might not be able to do it off the top of my head right now. But okay. Ichi, ni, san, yan, go, roku, nana, hachi, Ryu, Ju. Please somebody tell me if I actually did that right. That's probably a smile on my face. 1 through 10 in Japanese in that order. I'm pretty sure I just did it. But foreign language exchange partner shows up. You know what I'm saying? On YouTube. But it'd be nice. Let me think. So I got like 7 Tales of games from Bandai Namco. I got Elden Ring from Bandai Namco. I haven't recorded any or broadcasted any Elden Ring. Have I? I really haven't bothered putting it into trouble. But like I said, I'm gonna start posting some more video myself more often, commentating. And that poster I am sorry about. But it's just how it works. I can't fix it right now. I mean, I could pause it and fix it, but I'm gonna take off the hoodie in just a second. I'll be pausing it in just a second, but while I pause it, I'm gonna think about why I say next. I was burning up there. Yeah. Watashi wa Jasutin desu. I am Justin. Okay, so just adding some RAM shit to fill up my time on this video. Not really random, you know. That's kind of offensive because some people actually speak that language. But, you know, that would be considered something else. Something I'm not describing right now. It's really moving too fast in the relationship with my YouTube viewers. I feel to go that personal. But I'm sure this content will get views someday. But we can only pray or hope, whatever one. So, what I say I did for a living when I first came to this place. I told them I was an entrepreneur / CEO. And really was one, not joking, of a financial company. So I just put down financial CEO. That's kind of funny, right? I wasn't even like 25 when I started doing that stuff. What I do, I really just trade stocks online. But yeah, I don't really have any money from it anymore. I don't have any money anymore. I just spend whatever comes in from the government. But I'm trying to get back into stocks and all that. I love business. Very business minded. Um, never been into crypto or anything like that though. Crypto's a waste of time, I think. I love technology, don't get me wrong. But crypto, no. Don't believe in that. So, that's what actually a lot of my books are about, is like finances and stuff like that. I know a lot about how finances stuff works. I think about that stuff a lot. Question. Keep on learning something new every day. Watch Dave Ramsey, stuff like that. But why I think that's relevant to this channel is because like Apple is doing really well, and I think they're gonna climb into any market they can get into, and that includes the game market, because they've already got smartphones and iPads doing it. They get the video games, and so why wouldn't the same thing happen with their laptops and desktops? They're already working on it as we speak. But it's been a long time in the making. They have really never focused on it. They've had other areas they've been working on. With Apple Silicon now under the hood. I didn't realize that for a while. You see my watch. That looks pretty cool, don't it? Well, NVIDIA, which I'm wearing NVIDIA right now on my watch, that thing's like so crazy. It just, what it did was basically shut off his gaming priorities and then turn that into AI priorities. And I'm not too happy with them myself. Even though I use AI every day now to learn and educate myself, since I'm not actually college educated, and even if I was, I would like to keep on learning after college. But I consider myself entrepreneurial, so learning is an everyday thing for me. It's not so much the money, it's how you make the money, then make the money to make a lot of money. Yeah. And if you ever noticed, I got vampire teeth. But it's cool, isn't it? Naturally. I know a lot of people that actually do. But so I have a finance background, I'd like to say, and hopefully I can use that to do other things. Sorry, I just started picking up my nose. Yeah, that's kind of crazy, but yeah, I just really do. I didn't wear my jewelry. That's what happened. I put it down. That's what I was wondering what happened. The little golden loop necklace. But it's fine. I don't have to wear it every time. Or the 2 rings. But, that wasn't really the smartest purchase either if I would actually purchase those. I was just given those by somebody, actually. Those are some pretty expensive. Those might be actually pretty expensive. I mean, they can't be smart purchases. But I like it. And I'm trying to think what else is happening in the gaming world that I would try to talk about. Well, I think the PS3 was a huge mess, but it did all right. PlayStation 2 was total domination. PS4 skipped that, even though it did pretty well for itself. PlayStation 5 just had to try that. PS1, those were good old days. That's how I feel about PlayStations. But, So, like, I'm obsessed with Japan. So I got like an atlas. Huge ass atlas. But I'm not really gonna be able to show it to you today, but maybe some other time. But there's definitely something to look forward to. Always. Potentially going to Japan. I've never been outside the U.S. Never been outside my homeland. But so, well, I got to say, well, there's this place called Penn Station that I went to in Ohio, where I live. It tastes really, really good, but unfortunately, it costs a whole bunch. Excuse me. And cost like $25. But I got a pretty good amount afterwards that I could use to eat later. So that's pretty good. Like half a sub, 6-inch sub for later. That's pretty good. That's just amazing. Can't beat that. But the price was ridiculous. It was over $25. That place is expensive. I'm not really blaming Trump for this. I'm just blaming the economy. And the way I put it, it is what it is, but I don't really care about all that anymore. I don't really pay attention to what's going on in the news that much anymore. But if I were to put anything on it, somebody's got it pretty taken care of, because whatever I watched on the internet said not to worry about it for too long. So, yep. I'm just trying to make my longest ever video. And this is a pretty high quality camera. Holy crap, I watched some of my videos and they're pretty high quality. I have trouble getting the full quality of them myself, because the internet ain't that fast. I mean, I put in some very high quality settings on my iPhone 17, even though it's not a Pro Max or anything. So this is like basically almost like movie quality, if not movie quality. I'm recording it. But so I have ambitions of getting out here, but first you need to find a way to get a car so I can drive. I mean, technically I can get transportation, pay for transportation, but with what money, like, for real? Like, it's gonna burn. I'm gonna burn through it like it's nothing. I can walk back and forth, but see, that's why I'm still here after 3 years. Stuff like that. Then they're warning me, I can make the same amount as I made before and get less at the job for working. They penalize you heavily for working while you're on the government welfare. But that's just how it works. And the whole thing I'm trying to get at is like this. The sooner I get out of here, the better. But that's what I've been thinking about a lot in the past year. Other than video games. Yeah. And so what is the most likely way for me to get out of here? It's really, really complicated. It just ain't make money. So it's not like I'm begging for money. Because I'm legally binded here. But it'd be nice to have more money. And I'm going to say that I'm starting to run out of ideas for this video. I'm sorry. But I did watch Spider-Man. Now, that's like one of the top games on PlayStation 5. I watched the Spider-Man movie. I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm not actually even going to talk about it because I don't really care too much for it. But I did watch Spider-Man. It was pretty good. But, yeah, it's, so, what I want to get at is that, one thing is I really can't play League of Legends anymore. I don't know how to get it to work on my computer at all. It just shuts down as soon as I boot it up. Anybody knows how to get it working? That'd be the craziest thing ever, because I don't think I'll ever get that thing working again. How about I double dog dare myself to do something? Make this video as long as Spider-Man. Yeah, that's crazy. I guess I have to just talk that long. Well, I'm going at it. I'm gonna make it for 2.5 hours. So, there's a thing where some of the games I really enjoyed on PS2 were Metal Gear Solid 2. Okay, that's one. Kingdom Hearts 2. Let me think of another one. Final Fantasy 12. Tales of the Abyss. And let me think of another one. 5th one. And I might go deeper into this later if I don't explain the whole thing. Video games that I enjoyed in that were like for PlayStation 2. Let's think like. There's gotta be another one than that. Well, for a little bit, I enjoyed Xenosaga Saga, but those are all like RPGs and stuff, and one shooter. But yeah, Metal Gear Solid 2 actually. Metal Gear Solid 2 was like one of the very first games. It was pretty darn good. I'm sorry, I almost fell. I mean, that game was cinematic and realistic and exciting to play for the first time back then. Don't know if it has the same effect today. I personally think they need to make a remake for those of us who haven't actually played it before. Yep, it's gonna be quite hard to make a 2.5 hour long video. But I made the goal. Let's see the time. How much time I got? It's 2:00. My Siri just activated. I'm gonna say if there's any game I recommend from the PS2 that somebody will enjoy, it's Metal Gear Solid 2. If you're an RPG fan, like you're into RPGs, it's definitely Final Fantasy 12. You can't beat Final Fantasy 12. Final Fantasy 10, I didn't actually really like. It was kind of for people who just got on the system back when it first came out. I had gotten one later on and not really gotten to play it for very long before the PS3 came out, and I switched over to that. Persona 3 was pretty good. Persona 4, I didn't really play much of that. But yeah, you know. What am I going to say now? I mean, let's see. Well, you know what? I mean, I would say, like, if I'm going to fill another hour and 10 minutes, what would I fill it with? To make this more like a movie rather than just a regular YouTube video. I mean, just talking. Well, I'm thinking about some other subjects that are quite interesting. else, and well, the remake thing is kind of stupid because they've already done so many of those. But there are some good ones that need to be done. So I would think a Best of Both Worlds. Not doing them so much and doing the right ones. But here's what I'm going to say. If I could say one game on my PS5 I enjoyed the most, it was probably Warzone. And that was technically free. Call of Duty Warzone. Or in combination with Black Ops 7 and Black Ops 6. Which I got free trials on both of them. But mostly played Black Ops 7 and actually bought Black Ops 7. But Black Ops 7 gets old really fast. Tarses the Call of Duty name pretty quickly, in my opinion. But Warzone I love enough, but even that gets old as soon as you mix that up with that. They need to really fix up Call of Duty. So, do you have any idea just like how much they put into that game anyways, and how much little came out of it? I mean, Black Ops 7. Black Ops 6 just did probably the same thing, but not nearly as bad, I think. GTA 6, I can see signs of that already not doing too well. I think I like it, though. If GTA 6 don't work, then I don't know what will. My expectations for GTA 6 are as high as can be. If I pre-ordered the game with the amount of income I get from living here, you know for sure, it's damn near worth it. I bought the $100 edition, and that's really no joke. That's a lot of money, $100 with then taxes. I pre-ordered it directly off the PlayStation Store. And I have no intention of getting a refund. I have no intention of backing out. So, if YouTube ever questions, if I make videos of myself, this is proof I do, because this has been my longest video so far. But, I'm going to say, once that, let me calculate what time it will be when I get done with this. Okay. It'd be about 3:10. 3:10 in the morning. Shoot this video. But I'm doing it. I have no excuses this time. It'll be cinematic. Length. By length, not by type of video shot. But yeah, Grand Theft Auto 6, if that don't work, I don't know what works. Cause and it better not go on PS Plus right away, because I'm paying $100 for it. So yeah, even premium, even higher end editions, even if they end up making a $50, $30 edition of PS Plus. I'm getting rights to that game because I bought it outright. I don't want to hear anything about GTA 6 being free after I bought it. But that's my opinion. If that happens, like it's Armageddon. For a lot of people who buy it. Because that's a lot of money not a drink, because I already signed up for PlayStation Plus. So, you just gotta be kidding me. But yes, I am excited about Grand Theft Auto 6 because Grand Theft Auto 5 really was good. I'm pretty sure I played through at least one playthrough. And that's all that matters. If I have anything to say, it's that Grand Theft Auto is like basically the top series out there. Maybe not my personal opinion, but overall opinion, collectively, in gaming sense. Don't know if that's how Sony feels about it or not. So, yeah. There's something else I like to talk about. Hopefully this video doesn't get interrupted soon. But dang, I'll hold it like this. I should have got a better microphone thing. But I'll watch over some of the private video afterwards. See if I did this right. What Grand Theft Auto 6 means to the industry is a lot, but doesn't mean the whole thing, I think. But definitely means like maybe 70% of it. Right now, I mean, it set back a lot of the gaming world last year. When it didn't release. So, how does a person have like 70 or 80 friends on their PlayStation and only one friend orders GTA 6? That's just the craziest thing ever. That's what happened to me. It's supposed to be like a big hit already. I'll go ahead and lay down and make some video. I just dressed for a second. Okay. This is what I look like laying down. Yeah, I shouldn't be laying down doing this. Even if I do have that kind of camera. Plus, I can get the exercise. I just want to show you my bed. I guess. I need to work on making my bed more often. But yeah, last night I didn't get too much sleep either. And really, I don't need that much. Always. I'll deal with it. I'll get back to making the video game videos soon. I just wanted to make a really long video of myself, since I can't really make a long video unless I'm broadcasting. This phone will let me record as long as I want to. As long as they have the storage or the battery. Yep. It don't need a charger or anything. It's got plenty of battery for a over 2 hour video. But yeah, let me go ahead and spray my room with some like stuff. It's like Febreze. Let's spray inside my shoes. You know, I might as well multitask, you know. So, I've been paying attention to a lot of self-help gurus, and it's not really all what it's put out to be. I don't know which ones are real and which ones are legit, but apparently a lot of them aren't legit, but I never really thought they weren't in the first place. Weren't like, I thought they were all legitimate. But that's just me. I have a wholly innocent being about me that assumes that things are always the way they should be. But not everybody's like that. Some people assume everything's a scam. But I would say that some of the ones I heard about were being supposedly fraudulent were Tai Lopez, Grant Cardone, Patrick Bet-David, among many others. And I don't know about the whatever brothers or whatever, but I don't really pay attention to that stuff. The only one that really got my eye was the Tai Lopez case. He does not seem fraudulent to me at first. You would have to have somebody provide absolute proof. That he is actually a Ponzi scheme. He runs a Ponzi scheme. Tai Lopez, the guy who did Here in My Garage. And that's what I thought. But he got me into the whole idea of reading again, and I don't take that for granted. Whatever it is about him selling the idea of reading useless books, I don't find them useless. I didn't even read exactly what he told me to read anyways. Watch some of his videos, not all of them. Let me check something. just looking at something on my watch. Let me see the time. So, it's no big deal. Like, I'm hoping to expand this channel to more things. And, I've never actually, believed those 3 people to ever be fraudsters. But apparently that's what other people believe. But if they're gonna claim just because you're a YouTuber that you're a fraudster, then I don't know what to think. That's the way I felt about it. Now, I mean, it's not like they've got arrested yet or whatever. Like a lot of these guys. But, I'm just saying there's all these accusations of YouTubers being crooks and all this other stuff. I just don't believe it in that kind of thinking. Yeah, it's quite interesting. Some stuff I've talked about, I hope so. That wristwatch sure does look gold in that angle. But it ain't really gold, I guess. But, I'm turning 35 next year. I can't wait, but I'm so tired I can't understand the excitement. But I'll keep on going, and, let's see what that's about. That's just a message from PlayStation account. Yeah, it's let me pull up my pants. Oh shoot. I'm sorry. I just had to do that. So, thinking about their life 6, and that was pretty fun to play. I don't know how much I'll actually enjoy that. Again, I love survival mode. Sure do love the survival modes. Just give me a second. This has been a long video. Go get back up. Oh shit. When you think about a game like nobody probably remembers, but I do. Just like that one game. Yeah, what is that one game? I think it was like Diddy Kong Racing or something like that for N64. Yeah, that was a pretty abstract one. Or obscure. I don't think they even talk about that one anymore. There's quite a few ones that are obscure nowadays. But, I got my first gaming console by the time I was like in kindergarten. It was an N64. It was like right when it first came out. Yep. And I remember was going over to friends' houses to play each other's games, having them come over my house and stuff, and playing games and all that other shit. Going on trampolines and going swimming pools. Like door to door, literally. Just a little kid. Pissing people off riding my bike in the lawn. But yeah, you know, it's there's a lot of different stuff to think about when it comes to video games. See, I'm trying to make this go one topic, and I really am not very good at it. I keep on switching topics. But, the thing is, you know what I really enjoyed? It was Star Fox 64. That was the shit. But I never really got to play it till I got 3DS. It didn't take very long, but I beat it. Yep. So what do you think about the video so far? So, yeah, I got another, let's see, it's 40 minutes. I'll cut it off at 2:25. That's I'm gonna cut, you know what I'm gonna do? I'll make it even longer, Spider-Man. I'm gonna make it not just not just, I'm making 150 minutes. I'll add an extra 5 minutes on top of it. Not 2 hours and 25 minutes, but 2 hours and 30 minutes. I don't care if it has to pull off apps off my phone to make this video. So that's about 43 more minutes. We got about a third of the whole trip more. I'm just patiently going at it. So what does the what does it make sense to say, like, other than this? Go ahead, let me do some like interactive stuff now. Something like where you have to like actually do something. Like comment, maybe something like this, maybe, if you can. Like maybe like I can ask a question, like, so I forgot. And never mind. But you get what I mean. Like, I could try being a little more creative, but I'm not gonna edit or clip this video, so don't even think about it. I'm just gonna keep on doing it naturally. This is unedited. The most I did was pause it this time. So, what do you think about Halo, Gears of War, other Microsoft exclusives, and PlayStation exclusives, and Nintendo exclusives, and PC exclusives, and blah, 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 blah? Yeah, that's one way to put it. I'm gonna ask the audience, like, what do you think? But I don't know how much audience will make it this far early on. Hopefully I have a following someday that will watch this video. But I have a feeling when this video reaches its publication at first, it won't be able to reach that big of an audience. But, yeah. So, what is, the does the Earth revolve around the sun, or does the sun revolve around the Earth? Trivia question. I'm just joking. It's like dumb as dumber question. Like you should have learned that like forever ago. But I don't know that. So I guess I'm like 8th grade, 7th grade. Maybe not even like 9th grade, basically. I actually had a test that asked me that I was trying to get my grade level. And like it said like 7th grade. Not even like 7th grade. Passing, not even like getting out 7th grade. Or something. Like 7th grade level, basically. Yeah, that was what it was. And so does that make any sense? So I guess being an ENTJ don't make me all that smart. Or a rationalist. But yeah. So the next video I make will probably be either Fortnite or Dare Live or something. I don't know. Of video gameplay. And I will try and include a mic. Definitely. But dang, I'm freaking running out of ideas. So, I'm trying to train myself how to say a lot and give out a lot of talk. But, so what I plan on doing when I get out of here is working in sales. What kind of sales? Hopefully, eventually I can get into sales and it don't really matter too much. But, yeah, it is, something I've always wanted to do because of my extroverted nature. I'm not really worried about failing or being rejected or having to keep on trying or having to make sure that they actually know what I'm talking about or any of that stuff or whatever goes along with it. But That's what I want to do, is be a salesperson, sales professional. Not like I'm betting on my YouTube stuff to go to hell. It's just I love to be in sales. But tried it before. I wanted to do it so badly. I tried it many times. I just haven't found the one that works for me. But I really want to do it. And we can make this like King Kong. I don't know. But, it's whatever. Length of the video really don't matter. It's the content. It's going to be almost 3 o'clock in the morning. We can go ahead and ask Siri. Let me go ahead and ask Siri. How long is King Kong?
There are a few different versions of King Kong. The 2005 film is 3 hours and 7 minutes long. The 1976 version is 2 hours and 14 minutes. And the original 1933 classic is 1 hour and 40 minutes. Which version were you looking for?
So 3 hours and 7 minutes to be King Kong. That's crazy. How long? How long is King Kong? I gotta check again.
Hello, I'm Siri, your assistant. How can I help you?
How long is King Kong?
The 2005 version of King Kong is 3 hours and 7 minutes long. The original 1933 film is 1 hour and 40 minutes, and the 1976 remake is 2 hours and 14 minutes.
Yeah, that don't sound right. I'm never gonna get over 3 hours. I can pause it and try. Basically what I'm trying to say is, it's really hard holding this thing up just right. That sounds a lot more better. A 3 hour video, I don't know about that. Let me just do one more thing. So, Does anybody remember Pokemon Sapphire? If so, write that down in comments if you can. It's because I'm going to talk about it. That was one of my childhood favorites. I actually talked to a friend about it here because I played Pokemon Emerald, which is basically both of the games put together, Pokemon Sapphire and Ruby. But it was very good memories. I knew I would love the games afterwards and always. Nintendo games can be pretty good. It's just the trade-off between where you're going to be putting your time and money into. So I like a lot of RPGs. You can probably tell, but that one was pretty good. And I learned the hard way not to use Game Shark and all that other good stuff. And I really badly wanted to get Mew. I'm sorry about the way I hold the camera. It's so hard to hold my hand up. Let me just stand for a second. And I'm starting to feel like I shouldn't keep on making this video, but I'm gonna push through it. Hopefully I can think of some good stuff to put inside this video. So, what is, I think the top sell of the year is probably going to be Grand Theft Auto 6. But for some odd reason, it don't seem like it's going to be. I really hope that all this ends up making sense. Everything that I'm looking forward to. Now, let me pause the video again to get dressed up with my jewelry and shoes. I'm just gonna try to power through the rest of the video, through the marathon. Okay, I'm back. Got my ring and other ring. And I'm wearing my shoes now. Should help me feel a little more comfortable. So that helps me feel a little more in tune. Animal Crossing was another one, especially the one for the DS, Wild World. Animal Crossing Wild World. That was a really good one for Nintendo. And what other games am I thinking about? Like, that was really good from my childhood. Like, let me think, teens, late teens, like right before becoming adults. Oh, I played Tales of Vesperia on Xbox 360. But that I didn't really play that too close to my 18th birthday. I played Ark Rise Fantasia. I loved that. That was for the Wii. The Wii, Nintendo Wii. Not the Wii U, but the Wii. Yep. So I'm just gonna say, like, maybe make a shot just for the thumbnail. Okay. I took a picture while I was recording. Okay, so an hour from now, 4 o'clock about 4 o'clock, I will be King Kong. 3 hours and 7 minutes. How would you guys feel about me putting date and time in my videos? Like old school film, where there's date and time. Just wondering. But yeah, I just like chilling out. So Gears of War was one game I really enjoyed. The part I enjoyed the most was the multiplayer, because you would only have one life, required loads and loads of teamwork, because you couldn't do it by yourself. The weapons, the chainsaw gun especially, and just the way it controlled. The controls were. Gears of War 2 in particular. Let me check my notifications. On my watch. Okay, So, every time I make a video, it resets the YouTube algorithm. Well, let's hope this one really does reset that YouTube algorithm, because hopefully it'll be over 3 hours long. Let's hope I can make it. I'm at least gonna make it over 2 hours and 30 minutes. I'm hoping to do a Spider-Man. I'm gonna do an unnecessarily long video on purpose. But the countdown is going on, and it's about an hour away from being King Kong. Less than an hour. Now, what you guys recommend to get League of Legends working again on a mini PC, especially for broadcasting? I mean, it just won't work. I think it says something about .NET framework. I don't know why the hell that would come up. And then when I go in there to play, no matter how much I lower down the resolution, it don't matter. Doesn't downscale. And up the frame rate. Doesn't matter how much I lower down the quality either. But yeah, it's just a small little PC. I don't think it really can play League of Legends anymore. But let's just sit down for a second. I was thinking somebody was coming. So Sonic Adventure, that one was a classic too. The first one especially. I ain't really consider the second one anything compared to the first one. There's just so much I could express or share about the Dreamcast. But yeah. What else am I gonna go over? The phone ain't hot. I'm recording on it, but it ain't hot. Yeah. It's definitely doing something. I'm getting more time in on here. The more time I put in, the more practice I get. Maybe not money necessarily right now, but money later. The way I put it. Because skills is what translates to money. If you're trying to make money, public facing, what it technically is. But Yeah. So, for all you Apple people out there, I have a feeling that the prices are going up on all their products. You know, I was talking about their products being a savior to diskless PlayStations. The products are actually going up in price just like everywhere else. Just like Microsoft. And even the iPhones are going to be going up, I heard. So, yeah, it is what it is, you know. I'm just glad this one has 4K and all that other good stuff. HDR and Dolby Vision, blah, 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 blah. Spatial sound, Dolby Atmos, everything that you could ever dream of. They're so futuristic, it isn't even funny. What does I think over time these tariffs will help the economy because it's, you know, we'll have more jobs here in America. As far as that politics stuff goes, I know I have a lot of that on my wall. Donald Trump stuff. But more jobs inside the American economy means, especially those kind of jobs, I mean, we actually make the products, the more economy we will have. Things will go down in price like crazy soon enough. I promise you this. As soon as you start seeing the long-term effects. Not that I would want to be working Chinese jobs, but you know, that's just how it works. It was bound to happen anyways. But yeah. What's this thing about something? Um, so tell me, how would you deal with this Sony PlayStation future? Would you leave them or stay with them, ultimately? That is the question. I think most people would probably stay with them, at least for the time being. And if you really disagree with what they're doing, that don't make sense. But then again, what they're doing is actually pretty logical. But it's whatever. And the reason why I say it's logical is because that's what's the best interest for Sony. And I don't know why the Sony CEO sold shares afterwards, but it's been going up and up and up and up since then. The stock. At least that's what I believe. So where does this all end up? Well, I think you understand now. What I think about it. And that's pretty obvious. I'm sorry. I think Sony's doing what's in their best interest, but not what is the best interest for others. And if you keep on letting them, they will keep on doing it. Let me just check something. How did I do that? Yeah, it don't do that. I was just seeing what it did if you turned it over. Sorry about that. I did not mean to do that. What is the longest movie ever made?
The longest movie ever made is Logistics, an experimental Swedish film from 2012, with a running time of 857 hours, 35 days, and 17 hours. The film documents the real-time journey of a pedometer in reverse chronology, from its sale in Stockholm back to the factory in China, where it was manufactured.
That's really messed up. So don't aim to be the longest video. Maybe King Kong's enough. Maybe even Spider-Man. A brand new day. Let me go ahead and do it like that again. What is the longest movie in theaters ever?
The longest movie ever released to theaters is Resin, The Journey, a 1987 documentary with a runtime of 14 hours and 33 minutes.
That's literally so long. It's not even funny. Yeah, I mean, obviously there's limitations. If I'm trying to compete for the longest YouTube video, that just ain't how it works. But yeah, I'm just like really, really, really confused. So I would like to get your feedback at any time in this video, and I don't think making this video any longer will make it better. I'm about to I'm gonna talk for a little bit longer. Until I'm completely done. I'll give you that. But it's about done. So anytime after 2 hours and 30 minutes, I'm stepping out. I'm probably not gonna make it to King Kong. I'm not gonna make it at 3 hours and 7 minutes. The whole thing where I looked up King Kong's length of runtime, you know, that's just crazy to base it off of movie length. But I have a feeling I will just do it anyways, but hopefully I don't. Because I really need to get to bed. So what I'm going to say, what else do I got to say? Well, let me think. I got all those boobs. I got all that other crap. And all that other crap. Yeah. So I got all this stuff put in my head. What in the world do I got in my mind from doing all that? It's not like I'm gonna plagiarize or anything, right? I have all these ideas in my head. Why would I not have like an extra 37 minutes? But it's all a piece of paper. So I made this a while back. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, that's some ideas. Let me see what I wrote down. Keep this going for as long as possible. Go to college. So I want to go back to school for business. I want to work out as much as possible. I want to start a business. Restaurant. Make the world a better place. Change the whole world. Clothes. I want to get brand new, fine clothing, like nice clothing. Move out soon. Get a good job so I can pay my own bills. So, I went over all that and somebody walked in. But yeah, you get the idea. This time, it'll take another 2 hours for them to come. So, it won't be interrupted again. Shouldn't. But I'm gonna make a video for another half hour. And just say that I got some pretty big goals actually. Because for me, a job, being as far as I can go, going to college, at least a bachelor's degree, getting a workout means being not just strong, but lean. Not just lean, but strong. The other way around. Starting business means getting rich, but also making the world a better place. Clothes, stylish, but not too expensive for what I actually get. And move out. This is a pretty hard place to get out of. A lot of people never make it out here. They die in here. They pass away in here. That's just how it works. They're sick. So, sorry. Just like to, yeah. I personally had a roommate pass away here when I first got the roommate I had when I first got here. And my second roommate is doing just fine. But, they just come and go here. Not always like actually leave the building. A lot of times if they leave the building, it's because they got kicked out or got in trouble or whatever. If it ain't like pass away. I mean, it's basically a retirement home for seniors. One reason why I'm here is because I'm sick. I'm mentally ill. So, yeah, that stuff just don't make no sense. How am I gonna be able to accomplish all that? But here's where it gets a lot more better. If I do actually get out of here, I get a lot more freedom. Yep. But let's just hope so what time is it? They were like, so why are you still awake? And I'm like, okay, I'm just not able to fall asleep, you know. What is it, 4 o'clock? Let's see what time it is. 1, 2, 3. It's almost 4 o'clock. But I really don't give a shit. It's Sunday today. I make up for it. I don't have to go to church in the morning. I go to church in the afternoon. Church comes to me. So what this is a Nightmare Before Christmas, but I haven't put it up like right. It's just not very good putting it up. I need to put it up again. And I'll eventually work on it. I need to quit putting it off. I'll work on some stuff soon. Like, I'll probably fix my bed here in a minute. I'm not gonna. I'll put my hoodie under my chair, stay in my bed. That'll help me get my bed situated for going to bed after this video. Then the short video. Yeah, but one game I recommend really, as stupid as it may sound, is Tales Symphonia Remastered. It's available for like everything these days, but I really like that one. Really do recommend it. Pretty much any of the Tales of games are good. Not all of them, but pretty much any of them. Especially if you like story. Sorry about that. I didn't know. I did not see that coming. Yeah, just stick it over here. So, there's nothing really wrong about a guy not wearing a shirt, but I just apologize for that in my video. Here's what I'm gonna say. One thing I wish I would have done was got better grades in school. But he can control that over me, and if I ever could. Just love video games too much. Socializing. Stuff like that. But yeah, I might want to make a video of myself playing something on my PS5 soon. Hopefully I could broadcast it. I don't have a PlayStation camera, but I do have a mic. Yeah. So, I won't be able to show my face in the game videos, but I will be able to show my face in the video videos. You know, let's go over some more information. So, look at my bookshelf. Let's look at something that. Well, let's go to something less boring. Cologne. A lot of stuff was just like, President book, Japanese book. These books that I like showcase and stuff. How to think big and how to sell. Got all kinds of books about business and all kinds of other things. Damn. Getting tired. I went to Walmart yesterday. Well, actually, this past day, it's actually past midnight, so it was technically yesterday. But the day before this morning, which I'm currently in, not sleeping at night, I'm sleeping in the morning, if that makes any sense. Yeah, it's a Sunday. Yesterday was Saturday. Saturday I was at Walmart. I was like thinking like they have all kinds of crazy stuff at Walmart. That's just thunder. Shouldn't be too bad. We just went through thunder before. Should be stable by now. At least I'm hoping so. I mean, I'm not a meteorologist. I just hope it ain't too bad. We had electric go out for over a day here this past week. I'll go ahead and make I don't got very long before I'm done. I'm just done. I won't give you very much longer. Trust me, I just won't. After I get a certain point, that's when I think about closing down. But let me think. Nigga, whatever else. This guy was apparently pretty big back in the day. He's still probably a billionaire, but this is pretty crazy stuff. He's a billionaire. All kinds of crazy stuff up on my shelf. Now I'm gonna start wrapping up soon. I'm gonna wind down this video because I'm like so out of it. After that, I'm just gonna make a really quick short saying I made this video pretty much. And anything I gotta explain or talk about or whatever, like 1 + 2 = fish, I can explain later. But it don't really make too much sense to me to stop right now, but I did make a goal again, like 3 some hours. has surpassed King Kong movie in terms of runtime. Like I'm a movie. But I'm just gonna say thank God for Fortnite. Cause I love playing that game. Been getting a lot of victory crowns lately. But not ranked for some reason. But they just give you harder and harder opponents the more you rank up or skip better skills. What else I gotta bring up? Do not know exactly what kind of video I'll be making soon. It will be in the next few days to a week or so. It's a really long video, so don't expect anything for a while and that short pertaining to this video that I'm uploading it. Oh my God. Gotta stretch for a second. Oh. Let me go ahead and do something real quick. I'm gonna put it down just for a second. I'm gonna change up my appearance again with Dude Alley. See what I look like with glasses. Okay, so these make me feel smart. And like a duck. But I don't know how much I really need them. Like, there's not many occasions I actually need them, I feel like. But, you know, it doesn't really make any sense to say for sure that Grand Theft Auto 6 will be a mess up already. Yeah, I'm holding that wrong. Because, that will actually make it a lot more crazy. Because you might miss out like on day one, you know. Not know what's going on and who knows what. But I was told like these glasses made me look like a genius gangster. But that's what I look like from the side. It got my name on it there. But so if you're looking for like AI to use, I would say Microsoft Copilot is probably the one that was most heavily invested in. ChatGPT is probably most accurate in the most areas, based on my test of AI. And a lot of it is kind of game related, the stuff I look up. And like podcasts with like Microsoft Copilot, because like you can ask it to make podcasts, and I think I like Copilot the best, other than Siri AI. But Siri AI is easier to use on an Apple iPhone because it's integrated. But this is how it works. Around the chip. Well, an ecosystem or whatever, or however you put it. So, but Siri AI is very experimental right now. I'm an Apple developer, so I'm working on being an Apple developer. Like I haven't paid into it so I can make an app, put an app on there. I know programming, and I'm learning more. So I figured why not sign up to keep on learning for the Apple developer program. I mean, it's public information, but I don't know. Some of the stuff you can't get from anywhere. Like, you'll never know when to, like, it's like the right before it happens. I don't know anything about it, really. Like, I don't even know when they're going to release the next beta for developers. But I got the beta for developers. The last time I got an update. Yeah, so that plane thing behind me with Donald Trump under it, with the other politician. I've always wanted to like be a scientist and invent something. That's like the first plane. But dreams are dreams, and they only stay dreams as long as you don't work towards them. But teeth are white. Because they use so much hygiene products. But yeah, I'm gonna quit messing around and just I'm winding down the video, if you can't tell. I'm counting down. I want to make it to about 3 hours and 10 minutes. 190 hour, 190 minutes. I mean, about. Let me get some ideas. Well, wait. So we're taught how to control our anger and grooves. That's what I'm looking at. That's one of the things pinned on my cork board. Yeah. But yeah. I'm not really getting anything but tired. And that's all I really see. But I'm trying to think of something else particular to bring up. Now, there is, okay, let's go the other way, yeah. That guy. Yeah, that guy. Donald Trump. Let's talk about him for the rest of the time. Maybe. He's a pretty cool guy, I think. But, you know, he went to military school and never, like, tried to make sure he didn't go in the military and blah, blah, blah. All those random stuff I heard about him. There's all kinds of crazy stories I heard about him. Faked a disability or whatever. That's what they said about him. So he didn't have to go into the military. And basically what I'm saying is like, there's no way you can I don't know how he would have done that, but they just said he did. Ah, crap. Tell me what you think about this video, actually. If you can. In the comments. I mean, as always, like, subscribe if you can. I'm just gonna say that before I keep on rambling on. But I know I'm gonna be sore as hell tomorrow. So about where King Kong movie runtime is 307. But I'm not gonna stop right there. Because I'm gonna stop it naturally. I'm gonna stop where I really feel like it. When it naturally stops. So just give it a few more minutes, I'll be done. And so let's see. So I think I decided I'm gonna broadcast their live sometime soon. Please hope I hold by my word, because either that or Fortnite. Hopefully I get. I'll probably try not to play ranked, because all I do is get squashed. It's really hard to play ranked. Go against really hard players, no matter what rank you are. And I'll just keep on making videos for this channel. Yep. Let's see. I'm just scratching off something. Let me think. Let me just double check, make sure I'm done. Before I'm done, let's see. So, there's not too much more I would like to talk about. I mean, I really gotta stay by what I said. I'm gonna stop right by here. I'm trying to think of whatever else. I think I have one more thing to say. Nope. Well, like, comment, subscribe. Hope you watched the whole video. Have a great day.